Big Movie Mouth Off, sponsored by PC Laptops. We're here at Broovy's Cinema Pub today to review more movies. By the way, I'm Jeff Weiss from X96's Radio from Hell Show.
And I'm Jimmy Martin with Slug Magazine.
Our first movie is Buried, a tense, I suppose, thriller about a man buried in a coffin in Iraq, played by Ryan Reynolds.
Doesn't get much more simpler than that.
It should be simple. It should be really simple. You got a guy in a coffin. People don't like coffins. They don't like being buried under the earth. You don't need to add stupid things to your movie.
I'll give you
From
this.
Hastings, Michigan. I'm a driver for CRT. My convoy was ambushed. I'm buried in a coffin in the ground, and I need help. Please send help. I'm begging you.
How did you end up in the coffin, sir?
I was put here.
What's great about this film is that Ryan Reynolds, who most people know him as a comedic actor, transfers actually quite well to a terrifying horror role. But what I love about this film is talk about being claustrophobic, where the entire film is in this box, and you start out with a good 3 to 5 minutes of just total darkness, and all you hear is him rustling around inside. I mean, it's freaky. It's putting the audience right in the middle of it, and that part I like. What I don't like is, first, I don't like the Indian, and I'm not going to give it away, but the problem I don't like is the director takes these external shots that expands how the audience sees him.
The confined space, what should be a
Exactly.
confined space, he keeps pulling back to shots that actually pull you out of this tense situation.
And these shots, to me, are beautiful. I love them. The problem is they don't work for the film itself.
Yeah, they're not good storytelling.
They're great for a poster.
Yeah,
Like
they're great.
that.
They're good filmmaking.
To signify isolation, I love it, but it immediately just puts everything to a halt, and you're like, I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
And that's where I have a problem with it.
And it opens up what should be a tight, claustrophobic, tense situation, which, if you had 90 minutes of a guy just in a coffin and it never got any wider than that, that would be incredibly gripping, especially with Ryan Reynolds giving a good performance.
I just have a few questions for you, Mr. Conroy.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's important that I get this information. It'll help me
Wait,
rescue
hold on.
him.
Wait. How do you know my name? What's going on right now?
Listen to me, okay? These guys didn't know where we lived. They have my driver's license.
Do not go back to the house. Nobody's gonna pay $5 million for me.
Or there's little we can do from Washington.
Your ransom video already has 47,000 hits on YouTube.
Where is money?
I need more time, please.
You shopless.
What?
You got fingers.
What are you doing right now to help me? Let me out of here, and I promise you I will get you the money. No.
But again, the filmmaker takes you out, and it's got bad screenwriting.
Yeah. Not all of it's bad, though.
Yeah, but some of it's really bad. I'm sorry. Do you really have to introduce a snake?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
The snake is a huge problem. There's no reason to add a snake in his pants.
Yeah. Well, more than one.
Yeah. It's a trouser snake.
Yeah, exactly. It really is a trouser snake.
It is, but that's it's going for the cheap, the cheap gag, the cheap thrill.
Right.
And I think it's below of what the filmmaker was doing in this, because the idea itself is brilliant. I mean, and the fact that he did pull off a film. I love films that confine you into a space for an entire 90, 100 minutes.
Right.
You think about Phone Booth a few years back. You think about Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. It's almost like a theatrical play.
Or Rope, the Hitchcock film.
Yes, I mean, if you can make the audience engaged for that much in that confined of a space, and I think this is probably the most confined space. I mean, with Phone Booth, they kind of went around the city and all that, as they're going. He is in this box the entire time, and the only communication he has outside is with a cell phone.
Yeah, which is another one of my problems with the film. Incredibly, I know it's going to sound like carping, but I would like to know technology that allows a cell phone to get a signal for that long, buried that deep into the earth.
They said he's only a few feet, buddy, and he's got T-Mobile.
I have T-Mobile, and no, he would. Apparently, BlackBerry has the best signal in the history of the Earth, so BlackBerry should thank this film.
What I do love, like I said, Ryan Reynolds transfers very well to this, but what he also does bring to it, there's a few situations where he brings his improvisational skills,
right,
and just makes the audience laugh, because it's the point of acknowledging your situation, and then just I'm screwed. What am I gonna do like that? And having to deal with outsiders who are like, what's going on? And him just panicking and freaking out, and then having to deal with these people, and he gives a great performance. So
I'll grant you that. But again, the stupid plotting, the pulling out, and that god-awful ending all ruined the film for me. I mean, this could have been the best, most Oscar-worthy performance ever, and still the bad filming would have pulled me out of that movie, and that was why I give it 2 stars.
I give it 3 because I think it's something that you haven't seen it before, and I think it's right. It's goes a little bit too complex for something that should have been much more simple, and could have been a lot better for that reason.